GameStop is your one-stop game shop. So stop and shop at GameStop. Actually, stop shopping at GameStop. Full stop.
Let's stop. Yeah, let's just stop shopping there.
Yeah, I get it. Let's it go. Let's it stop.
Yeah. This is our best, worst GameStop memories, which really means GameStop horror stories.
Yes. You took a lot of mine.
Oh.
And so I'm just going to have to jump in on some of yours. And I remember a lot of yours.
Do it.
So.
All right. I'll kick things off with, GameStop, they always rip you off. It should be called Game Rip-Off. And hello, Frank and everybody else joining us live. Thank you, guys. So I tried to trade a PlayStation 1, all my controllers, and all my games. And I was hoping to get, I don't know. You'd think
how many games did you have?
$100 would be good or something. I had 8 games.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
That's like pennies.
I know. And
GameStop.
They told me that I would have enough to buy one cheap GameCube game. So I went and got Mega Man X Command Mission, which is $40 brand new. And that's what I traded my entire console and game library and controllers for.
Scott, you lost on that because one of the games that you traded away was Mega Man X6, which is the best Mega Man game.
Yeah. Bad move.
PlayStation, yeah.
So I hate GameStop for that. I mean, if they give you $5 for a game, fine. Sell it for $15. Don't go and sell it for $3 less than brand new. Such a racket.
No.
And 5 years ago, 10 years ago, kids like us didn't know better.
Oh,
and
no.
We lined their pockets, and I'm not happy about it.
No, I might have traded in some of my games at GameStop. When it was time for the Wii to come out, I had a GameCube and some games. I also had my Game Boy Pocket, which I got rid of. I sold it to the pawn shop for $5. I kind of regret that one, but
yeah, and this is still happening today. People are still getting swindled. My dear sweet sister.
Don't go to GameStop to trade in your games. If you haven't learned that lesson, learn it now. Don't do it.
My sister Taylor just tried. She's downsizing, getting rid of old stuff. She took her DS original and 8 games, got $22. And
it's that's $2 a game.
I know. She had Spirit Tracks in there even. Yeah. I wish she would have given it to me, but she didn't know. And she didn't even end up selling her DS there because they wanted to give her $3 for a Nintendo DS.
If you're going to trade in or sell your game system, find a local store, find a pawn shop that's going to give you a better deal.
Give it to a little kid.
Yeah, pass it forward.
Yep.
At that price, you might as well be charitable.
Yep.
We have Press Start to Play, we have Trade a Game, we have outlets where we can trade them out. So if you can find that in your area, do so. If you can't, just pass it on to somebody.
Glenn in the chat echoes exactly what you said. He said Game Exchange typically treats me pretty fair. That'd be his local store.
Yes.
Support local.
Indeed.
So GameStop's also horrible because I was offered a job there starting next week for a year.
Are we going to say this person's name? So he was a super nice guy, super chill, bro. And every time you see us, you'd be like, "Hey, Scott, hey, Simeon, how's it going, man?"
First name basis, I'm going to get a drink. Do you want anything? Kind of thing.
Yeah. He's super nice, but really did not follow through on that. I got mad. I was mad at him for
me.
Yes, for you, for him doing this to you. I was so mad. I was like, we've known some very nice game employees, or GameStop employees, like Drew.
Yep.
He's a great guy.
So one time I was trying to stay on top of this job possibility, and I went up to the manager and I said, "Hey, there's a mission trip opportunity coming up in a couple weeks, but I know you said you might need help by that time. Should I go on the mission trip, or can I start before then? And
Mission trip was for a week, right?
yeah, a week. 1 week. And he said, oh, go on the mission trip. Builds character. So I go on the mission trip. My character was already quite built, though. I had been on a couple dozen, but came back, and he goes, oh, sorry, man, I just hired 10 people. So that's when I gave up. Now, I've followed him a little bit, and he turns out he might not like to hire people that he likes because he ended up hating GameStop. And he's like, oh, these evil corporate people and stuff. So however way you slice it, GameStop's not good to employees.
Yeah.
So
don't work there. So don't trade your games there. Don't work there.
don't shop there.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say was don't shop there.
Yeah.
There really is not anything worth going into GameStop for me anymore. There's hardly anything worth like going online to pre-order. If that's like the last place that has something, which probably isn't the case.
Yeah.
They're probably the first people to run out of something, for pre-orders or whatever. Going into the store, you're really not going to find anything special. Have you been into a GameStop? When was the last time you went into a GameStop?
I think buying like Super Mario Maker.
Okay, so it's been a while.
On Wii U, and then I signed up for Best Buy's program, never looked back.
Yeah, Best Buy is great.
Cotton Pop says that is horrible. James Clark says he is right. Thank you both for joining me in my suffering.
If you go into a GameStop nowadays, they sell a lot of pop culture stuff, which is, whatever, but just like a whole bunch of cheap stuff at really high prices that are going to attract a gamer's eyes. And like me, I go in there, I'm not really tempted by it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. How much is that? $20 for, a keychain. Cool. I'm just going to walk out. I've literally walked in and walked out of GameStops for the last 3 years without really buying anything. And it's like,
at least you get some steps on your Wii Fit meter.
I also applied to work at GameStop some years ago, and I never got the job, but
sounds maybe James Clark has worked there. Why don't you read his insightful comment?
James Clark says, pay is low. You are not appreciated. The customers treat you horrible. I am sure of that. That's retail for you. Your coworkers have a horrible work ethic. I have sensed that. And when you get home, you don't want to play games anymore. That is the worst.
Yeah, that last thing he just said, I did not even think about that. That's too bad.
Okay, if I'm going to go to GameStop, the one thing I go there for is to chat with the people behind the desk about, yeah, you remember that cool game? Yeah, I remember that cool game. That's so cool.
It's weird how their voices sound like that every time.
Yeah. Yeah, every time you go in, they sound like that.
Oh, good point, Glenn. He says, I decided to stop giving them my business after they found some old NES Classic Editions in the warehouse and then forced customers to purchase them bundled with tacky junk.
Yep.
So another thing is getting a tent for a Metroid Prime 3 Metroid Prime 3 pre-order bonus.
That we could not get rid of.
They said that you could get a cool T-shirt if you pre-order Metroid Prime 3, or maybe it was Trilogy. And I got there early. By the time I got there, they're like, oh, we only had one small and one medium, and here's an XXL.
Yeah, all the rest were giants.
Yeah.
So we both got one because I had a pre-order. I don't know what you did with yours. I don't know if you wore it or you gave it to somebody.
I don't know. I did not wear it. Yeah. I think I went camping in it.
Probably. You guys, if you guys have been following us for any amount of time, you know that we've had the most difficult time trying to get rid of that T-shirt.
Yeah.
Who did we finally pawn it off on?
Yeah, so we had done giveaways and contests and stuff. We'd be like, you won, we'll send you your prize package. And they're like, I don't want the T-shirt.
Yeah, nobody ever wanted the T-shirt. We tried for so long to get rid of it.
Yeah.
I tried to sell it. Where did I try to sell it? I tried to sell it at a place. Oh, at Press Start to Play. And they're like, yeah, that pre-order stuff is more plentiful than the game is.
But apparently not in all the sizes you'd need.
No.
We finally gave it away because some kind-hearted soul, Enrique, who is one of our patrons, he went above and beyond, and he actually shipped us some games to try out and a console, a Super NT. So when we went and played Mario Paint and Mario and Wario on our channel. That was all thanks to Enrique. And without asking him, when shipping it back, we padded the package with the Metroid Prime Trilogy t-shirt.
Have we seen him since then in the comments or anything?
A little bit.
Maybe he's stopped following us. He's like, oh no, I have this cursed object now. Now I have to get rid of this.
He's welcome to throw it away or whatever he needs to do.
Yeah, please, just don't send it back.
One time at GameStop, I got turned away from the store. I was trying to get in line to pre-order a Wii, and good old sleeping bag boy, as he will from now forever be known, said, no, go away. There's only 6 pre-orders at this store. I'm the first in line. This person is the 6th person in line. You do not get one. How do I know how many Wiis are available? Because I'm an employee, an off-duty employee. Slept outside of GameStop and hogged a Wii pre-order.
If I was an off-duty employee, I would sleep inside the store. They don't care. Do you think they cared?
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
And then, speaking of pre-orders and midnight releases, GameStop very frequently shafted Nintendo fans and did not host
They never did
midnight
it.
releases for Nintendo games. It was so sad.
So many times we were like, are you guys doing a midnight release? And they're like, oh, it's the latest Nintendo game? Yeah. Oh, it's on Sunday? No. Never. Yeah, and it's like, well, that's always the case.
Yep.
But they would always say the same thing.
And then it's like, do you need an employee to stay up on Saturday nights for Nintendo midnight releases?
Hire me.
No, we don't.
Hire me. I'll do that one shift. Thank you for joining us, Cotton Pop. We'll see you again soon.
And that's about it for this episode.
Yeah.
So I think we've all learned our lesson.
A GameStop is going to nickel and dime you. Okay, and then they have the stupid Quest for the Mystical Coin app game. Probably. It's an advertisement as a game.
I know. This episode is brought to you by GameStop. Pre-order your new Xbox One. No, just kidding.
No.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of the crew.
Don't forget to sponsor us on Patreon. We've been talking about our patrons throughout this episode.
Yeah.
Just as an example of a perk, I mean, if you want to sponsor us now, that's great. But the sponsors who were our patrons before July began got July free. So you never know when you're going to get a free month. If you become a patron, you get exclusive content. You get your name in the credits. If you have a high enough dollar amount, you could even get an exclusive T-shirt every single quarter.
Is it a tent size?
No, it's your size.
Unless you want a tent size.
Unless you want tent size. Then you could do that.
We don't discriminate. See you guys next time.
Signing out.